Little Bear by Laura Rowntree Smith. A Walk in the Woods. Bushytail, the sly old fox, said, "If you are my friend, you will go with me, no doubt, to the rainbow end." Little Bear was not allowed to go out in the woods alone. Next morning he said, "I want to take a walk in the woods." Papa Bear said, "You may go if Curly Bear will go with you." Curly Bear was Little Bear's youngest brother. Curly Bear and Little Bear went through the woods together. They each carried a little bucket. They were going to pick berries. "Are you twins?" asked the old owl as they passed along under the tree. Curly Bear shouted, "I am Curly Bear, but he hasn't any name." Little Bear put his paw up to his face and cried, "Boo-hoo!" Then the most surprising thing happened. Furry, the coon, came running down the path, and old Grizzly Bear came running along carrying his umbrella, and all the Cottontail family came running too. "Where are you going?" asked the two little bears. None of the animals stopped to answer them, so Little Bear and Curly Bear threw down their pails and ran too. On, through the woods all the animals ran until they were tired. It began to rain a little, first a few drops, then splash, splash, splash. "We shall have wet fur," said Curly Bear. Pretty soon there came a light in the sky, and there shone a rainbow. Then all the animals ran on again, faster than ever, and the rainbow began to fade and fade until it became ever so faint. Pretty soon the rainbow was gone. What do you suppose those funny animals did then? They sat down in a circle, and each one whispered to the one next him. Curly Bear said, "I wish someone would speak out loud so we could know what they are talking about." Just then, Bushytail, the sly fox, got up and wrapped his tail about him and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, the secret is out. We were all looking for the pot of gold at the rainbow end." Then all the animals shouted, "Hear, hear, hear! Bushytail is talking!" Curly Bear and Little Bear said they were sleepy and tired, so old Grizzly Bear left all the other animals talking, and he took Curly Bear on his right shoulder and Little Bear on his left shoulder and went trotting merrily homeward. "What is your name, Little Bear?" called the old owl as they passed by. "By the way, what is your real name?" asked old Grizzly. But Little Bear only hid his head on old Grizzly's shoulder and cried, "Boo-hoo!" Curly Bear said, "He hasn't any name. We did not have enough names to go round." "How many bears are there at your house?" asked old Grizzly. Curly Bear said, "We have Mama Bear and Papa Bear and 17 little bears." All this time, Little Bear was crying softly, "Boo-hoo!" "Never mind," said old Grizzly. "When you find the pot of gold, you will find a name too." Then Little Bear stopped crying and fell asleep. He fell asleep on old Grizzly's shoulder, and pretty soon he woke up with a start. All the animals were running down the path. "What is the matter?" asked Little Bear. Old Grizzly chuckled to himself, and Curly Bear said, "Bushytail has stolen some cookies." All the animals were after Bushytail, but they did not catch him. He was such a sly old fox. What do you suppose Bushytail did? He hid behind a stone wall, and all the animals ran past. Bushytail had plenty of cookies to eat that night. End of A Walk in the Woods.